scotch, bourbon, and rye. If they like a bottle, they'll tell you why.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to another episode of Trenny and C. For those who still seem to be confused, I'm Trenny. This is C.
Hello.
It happens from time to time.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Today, what we have is the Glenlivet challenge of the semi-bottom shelves.
Yeah, kind of like the middle lower bottom shelf.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, the second shelf from the bottom. It's close to the bottom.
Yeah, it's there.
The reserves.
Yeah.
The reserves.
Well, speaking of which,
Yes.
this here is the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. And this here is on potentially the shelf above.
Yeah.
This is called the Captain's Reserve.
Okay.
And it is finished in cognac casks. So, similar kind of release styles, non-age statements.
Yeah. 40%.
Yeah.
And presumably color added to both and chill filtered.
You would think so, yeah. But, so both of these are relatively new on the market. This one that you are holding now, the cognac cask, was released in our neck of the woods for the Spirit
like
release in October of 2018. So it's only been around for not that long either, where we're from. So now what we're gonna do.
And this was about the year before, right?
Yeah, something like that. And this here is about $50, $56.
And this one's like 75.
And that's about 75. So it is a step above technically.
Yeah. So the Captain's Reserve 75, Founders Reserve 55 ish.
Okay, so what we're going to do for you today is we're going to tell you which one's better based on
what we think.
And essentially just kind of side by sides, which you
nosing and tasting.
Yes, the color, nose, taste, finish, and viscosity scale. I think what happens sometimes is you try one by itself with no other comparisons and think, oh, this is really good, or vice versa, and you think like, oh, this is like they're not doing it right. So it might be interesting to see.
That's gonna help us. Okay, let's get them open.
Let's do it.
Let's pour them.
I'll just remove the Trenny and C challenge coin from my glass.
Let me get rid of my
Which
Trenny and C challenge coin.
Which also, do you know what this thing does?
What?
Let me show you.
We'll handle this.
Look at this. Bottle of beer. Trenny and C challenge coin. Uh-oh. Boom.
Uh-oh, indeed.
Refreshing.
There you go. That'll cleanse your palate for a round of tastings.
Absolutely, will.
Okay. I'm going to put the Founders Reserve on your right.
Okay, and I will put...
And I'll put it on my left. So Founders Reserve will be on the outside.
And this Captain's Reserve cognac cask will be in the center.
And just for viewing purposes, I'm going to put them behind yours so that people can see what you're tasting.
Yep.
Okay. Where do you want to start?
I'd say let's go to
the nosing round.
Let's go to the outside first.
Okay.
Nosing round. This is the Founders. Both, I don't know if we've mentioned it, both bottled at 40% alcohol.
Yep. Should we look at color real quick? Captain's Reserve, slightly darker. A little more chestnut on it.
It definitely is.
It's a little bit more golden over here, a little more chestnut over here.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so let's get to the nose of this Founders. Lots of big, bold toffee and caramels.
Yeah, it is sweet and kind of rich, and yeah, definitely a big caramel toffee thing going on.
Almost like kind of like marshmallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's different things going on in here that like are on the sweeter scale.
Yeah, but like a nice bit of maltiness in there, and
absolutely.
Like the nose is quite pleasant, actually.
I don't mind it, especially if we're not comparing it to other things.
Yeah. On its own, the nose is decent.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Okay, let's move on to the cognac cask, the Captain's Reserve.
Nose reset. Arm smell. Here we go.
Okay. Here we go. Roll it around the glass.
Give it a little rim job.
Little rim job here.
There we go. Okay, this is much different than this. These are not the same on the nose, that's for sure. This
Not the same on the nose.
This is a bit fruitier.
Yeah, it almost seems like there's a little bit more going on when it comes to like kind of brighter, more acidic flavors.
Almost like white wine-ish.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a fruit, a white wine, and like an effervescence, a sizzle to it, maybe a little bit of citrus.
Yeah.
A little zest.
Some of the Glenlivet like vanillas and honeys are definitely there, and that Speyside characteristic. But it seems to be like a little bit more. I want to say lively, a more lively spirit. Even though this is more on the dessert side.
That's a kind of a rich, thick, dense,
Yeah.
and this is a brighter and
Yeah, a little more, like you said, effervescent.
maybe even a little bit of that kind of soapiness to it, or a bouquet a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes that soapiness is actually kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a nice nose as well. Like,
That's not bad. I mean, that's one thing with Glenlivet. They put out a product that seems sometimes like they're maybe cheating you a little bit because there's no age statement. It's still 40%.
Yeah.
But they're also putting out technically the cheapest whiskey on the market.
Single malt wise, yeah.
Single malt. This is the cheapest Scotch you can buy.
That we can, here.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, so I mean, they're catering to a market.
Yeah.
Cheapskate single malt drinkers like us.
Exactly. And they're not really cheating you, I don't find.
No.
Like, sure, it may not be aged as long and everything, but you kind of got to judge a whiskey on what it is.
And you also,
it's not claiming to be anything different.
The age-old homage of you get what you pay for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, okay, let's taste them up.
All right, let's taste the Founders first. Again, that nose is just really deep sweets.
Mm-hmm.
Toffees, caramels, vanillas.
A little buttery. Here we go.
Buttery, for sure. You hit the nail on the head with buttery, too. Because it's on the flavor. Like, it's quite soft on the arrival.
I'm getting a little bit of a different taste on the palate than I was on the nose, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting, like, kind of heavy maltiness and...
I think the heather honey is bigger in the flavor than it was suggesting in the nose.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit.
But the other thing with it, once you give it, I mean, all Scotch, the finish is going to be long-ish because it's a potent drink, really. But compared to others, it's like, it kind of hits that mid-palate range and cuts off a bit.
Little bit bitter even.
Yeah, so it's not like it's a big, long, delicious finish where you're wanting, to like just dive in again.
Yeah.
But it's also 40%, so it is watered down a little bit.
Yeah, not it's not like alcohol punchy, that's for sure.
No.
It's soft from that perspective.
There comes a point where you like,
which is expected.
Start to re-salivate.
Yeah,
like
you're ready.
Okay. I'm actually going to have some of this Trinity and C genuine draft here.
Okay, I'll have water. A little cleanse.
And the reason is because it's the thing I drank before the other one. So
okay,
kind of makes sense.
fair enough. Okay. The Captains.
We said this is a little brighter, a little bit more zesty. Interesting.
This one, I think the palate is a little bit more true to the nose than that one. Like, when I taste it, like this smells like caramel toffee. It doesn't taste like caramel toffee. This one, I'm getting right away. I'm getting that that soapy bouquet, sure,
and like a sizzle, to the effervescence. I think it's a relatively soft arrival too, as well.
Like I could see where, like a budget old Pulteney drinker might be willing to. It has, in a much rougher way, it has some of those characteristics.
For sure, a little bit.
But it's not. Doesn't really have like the salty brininess.
Yeah.
And the silkiness of an Old Pulteney.
Yeah, and
maybe it's nothing like Old Pulteney.
Well, but I mean, compared to this one, it sure is. It's just brighter. It's like that.
I just mean it has that soapy and that bouquet kind of thing.
Yeah, like a little bit floral.
Yeah.
One thing that's to be said about this that is similar to this guy, to me, is the finish is also really swift. It's like soft arrival, which is the same as the other one.
Yeah.
Mid palate, kind of, that's where all the flavors come in, and then as soon as like it's over the back of the tongue, it's like gone.
I'm finding that this one isn't as bitter on the finish though as the Founders Reserve. The Founders Reserve was quite bitter on the finish, and this one's not. I'm gonna go back to
which is funny because like we say soapy, and you would expect that to have the bitter finish, but in reality, it actually kind of sometimes adds to that sweetness.
Yeah.
Okay, Founders. It's weird. They both have their things that are good about them.
They kind of start to taste the same, to be honest.
Yeah, they're very similar. They're very similar.
I'm actually like that last sip there, and I did have a sip of water. Like it was like, wait a minute, am I drinking the right one? Because kind of tastes the same. Like this one's, like you said, this is a little bit more heather honey, where this has the soapy bouquet, but like in a way they're distilled at the same place. Like there are some commonalities there.
Well,
in the
yeah,
flavor profile.
same fruit from the same tree, except one's riper than the other. Maybe. I think the thing that it's funny. Okay, we don't necessarily have to say which one's best or which one's worse, I suppose, but I think the thing that I like the general flavor of the Captain's Reserve better.
Right.
But it tastes weaker. It's like almost like it's like less than 40%, which the Founders Reserve is a little bit more like dense and rich,
but
and, like, filled with toffee.
I get what you're saying. Like it kind of tells you it's there. It's almost like the harshness of it lets you know it's there.
Yeah, and maybe that's what it is. So it's like it's a toss up because like I like the flavors better on this one, but this one like sticks around a little longer maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Just a thought.
Pick one. Blow your brains out. Pick one.
Okay.
Hey, hurry up.
Okay, one last sip.
Blow your brains out.
I am going with Captain's Reserve. And the reason is because I think the initial flavor is a little bit better. It finishes quicker though, and it almost tastes a little bit more watery. Oh, it's a tough one. But they're both 40%, and if I like the flavor better, I'm going to go with it. But there's nothing wrong with the Founders. It's like a little bit more toffee and caramel. Fuck.
Like, is this one $20 better than that one?
No, absolutely not.
Like, if they were the same price.
If they're the same price, I'd probably go for that one. But considering I'm not, like, really searching to buy these for my own sippers collection, I might just go for this one if I was,
if you're just trying
and in fact, I do go for this one if it's like
if you were gifting
or like going to like a family dinner and you got to bring scotch. People see the Glenlivet and think it's the Glenlivet.
It's quality stuff.
Most people don't give a shit what version it is.
True.
Or
they don't know enough.
or whatever. So yeah,
I think I've got to agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm going with this one overall. But if it came down to price and I was trying to pinch $20.
Yeah.
I'd without question pick that one up.
It's you're right to say like they're not significantly different.
Yeah.
They kind of get mixed up together after a couple of sips.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I don't know if this helped you guys out there watching this.
Let's blend them.
Oh yeah, great idea. Oh, this might be the ultimate. You guys, you gotta buy
this is the $65 version.
What you really gotta do is buy 2 bottles.
Buy them both, blend them. Here we go.
In a way, they probably should have done that.
They still can. And
They
put the
probably
probably
do.
logo on it.
They probably do.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I hope this helped. We think that Glenlivet in general is a really good product. They put out some excellent stuff like this Glenlivet Nadura.
Yeah. Fan favorite.
This is the peated whiskey cask.
Mhm.
Excellent stuff. And they've consistently put out the 12-year-old as being a really, really good whiskey over many years. So I think if you are a Glenlivet fan, you might be, semi-disappointed by the fact that it's non-age statement, 40%, blah, blah, blah. But as just a regular Scotch whiskey drinker,
You get what you pay for.
you get what you pay for.
There you go.
Click like, subscribe. We will see you on the flippity floppity flip.
And buy a challenge coin.
Hey, you!
Who, me?
Yeah, you? Do you want a beer?
Well, no.
Why not?
They're too hard to open.
Not anymore.
Anything.